Epolog. The Independence Day fireworks were impressive for a small Idaho town. Cade's extended family wandered back down the hill to the farm. Cade took my hand and led me around the back of the hill, where a tree older than the farm stood. We had escaped to this tree several times in the last few days. 4 generations of his family made their marks on that tree. Did you see the bear website today? Cade spread the old quilt we watched the fireworks on under the tree. Didn't you hear the cousins giggling over the bear watching fireworks? Cade sat down with his back against the wide trunk of the tree. I shouldn't have shared the site with my family. I may have to make a clone site just for us. Do you have private things to share? I sat between Cade's legs with my back against his chest. One more night and there would be a full moon. Tonight there was enough light to illuminate the fields below us. Maybe you should decide. Cade handed me his phone and I started one of the stop-motion bear videos he'd been making for me. Cowboy Bear walked into a room and stood in front of my dad. When? Shh, just watch. The bear seemed to be talking. Then my dad nodded and shook the bear's hand. The scene shifted to the farm bear carrying a ladder up the hill. He placed it against the trunk of the tree where we sat and carved a heart. Then he watched fireworks with the girl bear. The same scene Cade had posted that morning, only this one ended differently. Cowboy Bear pulled out a ring box out of his fur and held it for Girl Bear. Girl Bear put her paws up to her face and the clip ended. I scooted out of Cade's lap and turned to face him. A slow grin filled his face. He pulled out the same ring box from his pocket. Elena Sierra Wilson, will you marry me? My hands flew my cheeks. I didn't mean to mimic the girl bear, but I did. Yes, yes. I may have tackled Cade with my kiss, and he may have bumped his head on the tree. Later, he claimed he didn't. After he got the ring on my finger, he showed me the heart the bear had carved. It's tradition to carve your initials in the tree when you get engaged. Bear picked out the spot for us. Cade found the heart, and I traced my finger around it. Cade took out his pocket knife and handed it to me. You can put your S here. Didn't have much experience with carving, and by the time I finished the top curve of the letter, I wished I still went by Elena. Cade's hand covered mine, and he helped me finish the letter and the downstroke of the plus. Cade carved the C much quicker. Do you think I should post the video? Yes, but don't tell anyone. I want to see how long it takes your family to figure it out. And yours. Your mom and sister have the link. Your dad is probably wondering when I'm going to ask you. You talked to Dad 2 weeks ago when we were there? Cade kissed me at the junction of my jaw and ear, and it's nearly killed me to wait. You think 2020 would have taught you patience. No, it's taught me not to procrastinate. Tomorrow the whole world can change, and while I know I can make it through, I don't want to go through alone. Cade worked his way around to my mouth. After several engagement sealing kisses, I pulled back. Short engagement? Cade answered between brief kisses. The shorter the better. On August 1st, the Bears got married in a lovely little ceremony outside of the church on the hill. We got married inside. The end. Acknowledgements. There are so many people to thank for their contributions to this book. It was a fun adventure to take with my readers. Thank you for all who contributed and wrote me encouraging notes. Thanks to Cammie, who edited each chapter, often late at night, so I could post them in the morning. All of your texts saved me from many mistakes. Thanks to my family for sharing their home with the fictional characters who often get fed better than they do. For my husband, who encourages me every step of the way and puts up with all my messy spreadsheets. And to my Father in heaven for putting the wonderful people and any I have forgotten to mention in my life. I am grateful for my experiences and blessings I have been granted. About the author. Lauren Grace was born in Colorado and has moved around the country ever since, living in 8 states and several imaginary worlds. Currently, she lives in Utah with her husband and children, and a dog who is insanely jealous of her laptop. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Probably not going to ever voice my own book again, but I hope you have enjoyed it. It was just a fun look back at 2020.